My father was national organiser of the China Campaign Committee, which was set up in 1937 in solidarity with China's resistance against the Japanese invasion. And so I was brought up with perhaps a different picture of World War II to what many people in this country have. And it's really throughout the decades, we've really ignored that aspect of World War II, which was incredibly important. And most people's understanding of World War II now is that this was won by the Americans. And yes, of course, Churchill had a role, but they do not acknowledge what happened in China. And what happened in China with the end of Japanese imperialism and then the continuing efforts of the Chinese people to rebuild their country, which was absolutely devastated by war, is not something that's understood at all in our picture of the world today. And it's time, in order to understand a multipolar world in which China's role is increasingly important, we need to understand the history of how a changed China came about, and really adjust our understanding of history and our view of the world today in order to be able to be more flexible in relation to the international changes that are underway today. I think the role of people-to-people understanding is incredibly important. We need to, Chinese and British people, young people need to talk to each other about the history of the war and why it's important, and their concerns about the possibility of war in the future. And the British government needs to come clean, and that pressure needs to be brought to bear. Obviously the media can do more, and I understand that the Chinese media is releasing the documentary on the repatriation, and there needs to that information needs to go out to schools so that history teachers can use that in their classes.